prescribe drugs, but I don't really prescribe. Yeah, I don't really prescribe too much drugs for people. Even all the people I saw in church today, I'll just tell them, "Is your food change?" When I tell them, they open mouth. They say, "Eh? Is that so?" Yes, that is it. Just eating well. Extra large has opened our eyes to be able to know how to eat well, to stay healthy. I have so many patients, my patients that are having diabetes, having what do you call it, hypertension. I have patients with fatty liver. Once I prescribe for them, off they go. And before you know it, they will just come back with testimony to me. Yes, they always come back to me with testimonies. Sorry, it's NEPA that just brought light. So they come back with testimonies to me. And so this one also always give me assurance and confidence that what I'm introducing to them is not fake. So it's good, even naturally. I realize that there are some things in my own body that as a medical personnel, I've tried to do some exercises, to do some things to make sure that I just found that it just tonight, this thing is dawning on me. But when I was thinking about listening to all those things, I said, wow, that's just told me that, look, you were saying, how come this thing in your body got firmed up? This is not exercise. So it was the radish, something that I took. When we were having the marathon thing, my daughter did not allow me to take it because she will not allow me not to take all the junk that they are taking, Even though she brought it for me from Nigeria to over there. But when I got home, I decided to take my own. And then when I took it, I realized that, even let me just say it, I realized that it helps prolapse. If somebody is having, I just realized that too. I just realized it, that when you are having uterine prolapse, you can use it. It helps to firm it up. And I now realize that I'm not having that symptoms again. What is all this? Thank God.
Can you briefly explain that, Mark, to somebody that is listening?
To somebody who does not. Uterine prolapse is when you feel like your uterus is coming out from your body. You understand? When somebody has
is it a menopausal? Is it a menopausal sign, man?
No, it's not menopausal. It's not really menopausal. I think let me say, if somebody has a weak uterus, you don't necessarily need to be menopausal before you have a prolapse. Some people, if they have a difficult delivery, that makes the that allow the woman to push before time.
Yeah.
If you push, if the delivery is the thing can be more. So I had my own how many years ago, and I've been doing exercises to push it back, even though mine was not much. I was doing exercise.
Can you briefly share with us what type of exercise are people supposed to do to push it up? I know there are, in fact, more than half of the population of people
there are exercise. The exercise. Okay, let me show you how. The person will stand up and stretch hands, lift your toes as you are stretching hand, and then lifting it up little by little. You will feel your lower abdomen got in front of it. You know,
Okay.
you do that, yes. Morning, afternoon,
I
evening.
think that explains for sagged. I think that explains for sagged bellies in women.
No, not really sack belly. That is not sack belly. You
Okay.
can do that one for sack belly, not sack belly. This one
Okay.
is for the uterus. When you
Okay.
will feel it go deep down into you. You will
Okay.
feel it deep down into you. And
Okay.
there is another one of the lying type that when you lie on your back, you raise your leg up. You make sure that your head is not on the pillow, your head is down, and then you try to lift your two legs together, you join it together, you raise it up, and as you are lifting it up, you try to raise up your head at the same time. By so
Okay.
doing, the pressure will be on your stomach, and the something will now go up. You know, I
Okay.
was doing that for some time, and though it wasn't regular. Let me say the truth. I
Because of
wasn't
time.
really doing it regularly
Yeah.
but
Because you are always busy now.
when I clean up myself, I did not feel the prolapse something again. It has gone inside. I say, oh, it's just this evening now, the thing just come to me. I say, wait, wait, the thing has gone. So that is another thing. I had a patient with kidney problem, with swollen leg.
Oh, that network is really hanging at us. Like, wow.
So now I gave her just the crash. She just took it, not like we are taking
Sorry,
it now.
your network went off. Sorry, your network went off. It ceased a little bit. So you were talking about you had a patient with kidney issues and the leg was swollen.
Yes.
Okay.
And the leg was swollen. And the swollen leg, I gave her the crash to take. By the time she got home, she took that crash. I think it was in the afternoon. She took the crash in the afternoon. She took the crash in the afternoon, and when she took the crash, by the time she sat down for some time, she realized that her leg was not swelling. She thought maybe, well, she doesn't know. She slept, she woke up, the leg did not swell. She now called me, Dr. What is happening? Oh, that thing you gave me, my swollen leg has stopped. I said, it's good now. Is it not that you didn't want it now? But I realized that it really helps the kidney to work better. You know, it repairs the kidney area, you know, so that the whatever was blocking the kidney from filtering the water into the bladder was removed. And this was just once, not even regular.
And that's even crash, not even radish.
It was crash, it wasn't radish.
Imagine if you now had the crash and the radish together.
Oh
my God, Father, we thank you.
So it was so wonderful. It was so good.
Thank you so much, ma. I'm very sure you have a lot of testimonies you want to share. I know
I have
what
a lot.
you do.
If you need to give me that, I will not take the whole 2 hours.
I know what you do personally. I'm aware that you use your own money, your own personal money to buy, things just to give out to people because you have the heart to help. We want to pray that the Almighty God will not forget your labor of love. He will continue to bless you, multiply you, and reward you. Even your children, generations yet unborn, they will reap from this labor of love that you are sowing into the lives of people. So if there's anybody here joining us for the first time, This is Extra Large Farms. I'm Moji Davids, and you were just privileged to listen to one of our Swagalicious leaders at Extra Large Farms, Ambassador Dr. Mrs. Ayeni. She's a medical doctor. She's a health practitioner, and she's a food for health advocate with Extra Large Farms. She's a rescue agent, and you've just heard so many testimonies, that she personally has, and from so many patients, I remember there is one of our medical doctors in our Abeokuta team, and he discovered that more than half of the people who comes to the clinic to see him, he's even working at the general hospital. He said more than half of the people who come to see him, that they're always talking about they can't sleep well, they can't sleep well, they can't sleep well. So the major issue starts with they are not sleeping well.
That's another thing, yes.
Yes. So you know what he did, Mama? He
He
under his table, under his consult.
He forced me to sleep because I don't like sleeping. I like to do video. But when I took the radish something and I started sleeping, I forced myself to stay awake. I said, no, I said, go and sleep. I will sleep. I will wake up again and pray. And no, he forced me to sleep. Actually, that is another thing. He forced me to sleep.
So he did not even prescribe radish and whatever to them. He always keeps a carton of Wonder Meal under his consultation desk in the office.
That's another thing. You
so
take Wonder Meal, another sleeping tablet.
So he said whenever anybody comes and they begin to make their complaints and everything, and they mention, are you sleeping well? They're not sleeping well. He said he will just go under his table. He will just give them, take this one. But it's not personal money. He's not even collecting money from them. He said he will just give them the Wonder Meal. He said, you know what? Take this food. Just go and cook this food. The extra large meal, that just like one of them. Go and cook it with any type of soup. Eat it. You should be able to eat this one. If you are the only one eating it, at least it will take you for 2 weeks. If your family is eating it with you, maybe 1 week. He said, come back and see me after 2 weeks. He said he did that for some period, and he discovered that it's either the patient didn't come back because they didn't really have any complaints anymore.
Of course,
the one that came back only came back to say thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
So what are you feeling? They said they are feeling okay. In fact, they are sleeping well now. Okay, what's the complaint? They said there is no complaint anymore. Just the food. Now, we are not here to exaggerate this thing, please. If somebody is hearing us for the first time, we are not miracle workers. We are only trying to say that God has made all things well from the foundation of the earth, and people can actually eat their way out of any sickness. Thank you, Mommy. God bless you, Ma. We really do appreciate you. Thank you. Next up, I'll be bringing up right now is another speaker tonight, though I want us to also listen to just one testimony before we continue. Okay, so I'll not really like to call anybody's name for a testimony, but if you feel you have an outstanding testimony about maybe the past marathons we've had, or you've had an encounter with the food, with the radish, with the crash, and you want to share that testimony tonight, please raise your hand and we will call you. We will call you. So in the meantime, let me quickly introduce our second guest speaker of today. She's a personal friend. She's not fully into Extra Large Farms like that. She's actually not a member yet, but she's a friend. She is Dr. Tolulokpe Man. She holds a bachelor's degree in medicine and surgery from the University of Ibadan and a master's degree in the public health from the University of Northumbria in the UK. She combines clinical practice and preventive medicine at her place of work, Micure Health and Diagnostics. Health education and disease prevention strategies are our focus, and she delights in giving health talks. When she's not at work, she loves to listen to old school music, visit the Arts Museum, and spend time with our family. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce my friend, my sister, and somebody I really respect so much. She's very good at what she does. And we are privileged to have her here this evening to really talk to us about all these health issues and, the effect of food on our general well-being. Please, can we make welcome? Okay, let me ask us to mute ourselves because I want us to really, welcome Dr. Man in a special way. Let me ask us to mute ourselves. Okay. Please let me give a very warm welcome to Dr. Tululokwe Man. Dr. Man, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Good evening, madam.
Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon. You are welcome.
Welcome,
In the
ma.
same vein,
Welcome.
Welcome, ma.
may I hear me?
Welcome in the name of the Lord.
May I hear me?
Welcome,
They
ma.
are also saying
You
thank
are
you. Everybody
welcome
say
in the
thank you.
name of the Lord.
God bless
Oh,
you. You are welcome in the name of the
the
Lord.
glory of the
You
Lord.
are welcome.
Dr. Man, don't you feel loved? You are welcome, my sister. God bless you. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, Dr. Man, please, can you raise your hand? I'm trying to locate you so I can unmute you. Oh, my. What happened just now? Dr. Man, can you please raise your hand so I can unmute you? In the meantime, somebody is here. I think they have a testimony. Kamaldin Sani and Faleye Dotun. Okay, Kamaldin Sani, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself and you have just 2 minutes. Thank you so much. What do you have to say, sir? You're welcome. Good evening.
Good evening to everybody.
Good evening, sir.
I took part in the last marathon exercise. It was really a nice experience. I know number one, I have reduction in body weight and size. Then I've been having some waist pain. That has stopped. The waist pain has really stopped. I noticed it has stopped. Then from then up to, not until this year, January, I can say I feel feverish. I've not been sick. No, I'm prone to malaria. Once bitten by a mosquito, I'm prone to malaria. But I noticed that it has not been happening. Not until about 2 weeks ago. I was really telling my wife and children, so I said, you see, I've not been sick. So you better to make sure that you help me to stick to this circle. And I know that maybe I've not been taking, for some time if I felt sick, I've not been taking the smoothing regularly as I used to take before. So my wife have to went out to buy all those things to do everything because I asked her to, she didn't join, but for her, she did not pick the right type of fruit that I used to. I said, anyways, because 8 different fruits, okay, don't worry, what you have bought, I will still use it. But my back waist pain really disappeared. I noticed that it has disappeared. I can easily stand up, when lie down. I know my waist pain has really disappeared. So I'm really getting prepared for this next marathon. So I'm really getting prepared. It's a nice experience.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Thank you for your testimony. Which state are you, sir?
Well, I'm in Lagos, Ikorodu, Agbede.
Ikorodu, okay. I call it United States of Ikorodu.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, and the suburb area of Agbede.
Agbede.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, next up we have Faleye Dotun. Thank you so much. Yeah, Faleye Dotun, please, you can unmute yourself, sir, and just share your testimony.
Good evening, the entire house.
Good evening, sir.
Of course, this is my first time of joining this Zoom. I just want to give testimony about the radish.
Okay.
There was a time I went to do test, and there was diagnosed of too much of sugar in my system. And I bought the radish, and I took it. In fact, within 2 weeks, I went back to check the sugar level again. They said, it has crashed. What did I do? I said, anyway, well, I said I bought something that I was using. And that is to show that that radish is really working. In fact, I always want to have it around me. It's just that to get it sometimes is difficult. It's a good product. I'm happy to be part of the Extra Large family.
Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. Have you invited somebody to join this marathon, sir?
Sorry, the marathon issue, like, is it this Zoom that we are doing? What is the marathon?
On WhatsApp. You know, we are starting another marathon on the 28th. So on WhatsApp, have you invited your friends that they should also come and join this next marathon?
Maybe I will read about it. I've not, I didn't really follow it. Except I get more.
Okay. So please let me give you a number to chat maybe after the program, so you can just let's talk, so that what God has done for you, you can also tell all your friends about it. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. Yes, I want to quickly share. Thank you, sir. I want to quickly share this testimony as well. I think I've mentioned it before, but it's an outstanding one because, you know, it's not common. Now, somebody had issues with vaginal odor, you know, and this person will always, you know, oh, sorry. Sorry, I think I pressed something just now. So this person had issues with vaginal odor, and, you know, so one of our leaders from the US, they were talking one day and they were like, yeah, this is your radish you're always talking about every time. Can it cure this one? And, you know, we at Extra Large, we do not ever present any of our products to you that it can cure anything. What we only know is that when you eat well and you stay as natural as possible, you know, it is by eating all this rubbish that we are using our money, God forbid. Somebody will say, lower for our stress. We are using our own hands to buy what will destroy our system. So when you try to get rid of all those things and stay as natural as possible, you will definitely see changes. So our governor in US said, I don't know. I've never heard about somebody using it for vaginal issue. I know people have used it for ulcer. They have used it for hyperthyroidism. They have used it for asthma. They have used it for high blood pressure, all those things, yes. But even skin rashes, yes. But I've never heard about vaginal. I say, let's try it. So are we going to use it? You know what they did? They got the tampon. Tampon is the pad, you know, the pad of women. But there's a particular one that you can just insert into your body instead of wearing the normal pad. So they soaked that tampon. They just soaked it inside radish. Even me, when I heard the testimony, I was so surprised. They soaked it inside radish for just some minutes. Then they brought it out, and the woman inserted it into her body. And she did that for 2 days. By the 3rd day, oh my, she said, in fact, what exactly is that thing? All the way in the US. You know. So there are a lot of things. We are not saying it can cure this, it can cure it. No. All we know, like the voice note I sent to all the groups in the afternoon, is that whatever is making you uncomfortable in your body is a disease, and then it can be likened to a riotic situation. So when you invite all those things, your radish or crash, you will begin to hear testimonies now about this fortified drink. You will begin to hear. I'm so happy that Kamal Dinsani from Ikorodu said now. He said when he maintained himself on the patterns we had introduced, he said he wasn't falling sick. He said he didn't fall sick for a very long time. You know. You will soon begin to hear testimonies also about the fortified drink. So this lady just used that thing within 2-3 days. You can imagine. and the smelling from the vagina disappeared. Well, I will not want to dwell too much on that, as right now I think our guest is in here back. Our guest is back here, and I think she had some network issues just now. Dr. Man, are you back in here? Dr. Man, please, if you are back in here, can you raise your hand so that I can unmute you? Ooh. Dr. Man, are you in here, please? I don't know who this person is that is raising their hands. Let me try. Galaxy Tab A, you are raising your hand. Do you want to say something? Galaxy Tab A, I've asked you to unmute yourself.
Hello, Mrs. David.
Oh, that's you.
Hello, Mrs. David. This is Dr. Man speaking. Yes. Sorry. I don't know what Line Mobile is doing to me. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so
Okay, can everyone hear me?
Everybody
okay,
can
thanks
hear
for
you,
the
and you're
welcome.
welcome. Thank you so much for obliging to be here tonight. We really appreciate you. So I've done a brief introduction about you. You're a medical practitioner trained both in Nigeria and in the United Kingdom, and we're so privileged to have somebody like you in our midst tonight. Before you, we had another distinguished member of our family, a leader actually in the Extra family, who has also, spoken about our experience, how she helps our patients out with just natural things from Extra Life. But in your own case, you are a medical practitioner and you're working in a one of the biggest laboratory. Do I call it laboratory, like a health test facility? Is that the right way to introduce your company? So I know you meet a lot of people every day. You meet a whole lot of people every day. Can you just give us an idea of how sick people are in Nigeria, with your wealth of experience, meeting people daily, attending to them daily, running tests and all of that on them? Can you just tell us?
And it's how will I say, more people from the age of 30s. I have seen younger people also coming down. I'll name three. I call them the evil triad: hypertension, diabetes, and high cholesterol. Now we are seeing much more younger people coming down with hypertension and diabetes. Before, we used to think, okay, somebody in the 60s, 70s, it's no longer like that. The story is no longer like that. You'll see somebody in the 20s, somebody in the 30s having hypertension and diabetes. And then the third one is cholesterol. That one comes in slowly. It comes in slowly, it hangs around. It's something like if someone who is hypertensive, I look for the remaining two. If I see diabetes, I look for the remaining two. And a lot of us, because of our diets, the kind of pressures we are undergoing in the country, we have that. Now, I can remember a story of this young man who came in for his tests, right? And I found his kidneys were quite bad. I told him, okay, your kidneys are not really looking good. Can you tell me about your urine? So what he told me was that, oh, his urine foams a lot. And he said he liked it. But you see, he was speaking out of ignorance. For his urine to foam a lot, there was a lot of issues with the kidneys, very high protein. And I told him no. He was about 32 years old then. A hardworking guy, works in the bank, he's got a family. I said, no, your kidneys are not doing well. I had to refer him to a nephrologist and he had to do dialysis. And of course,
accompanied. At 32?
Yes, at 32, his blood pressure was high. He never used to check. He never used to check. So that is how bad it is. So at where I work at Mikio, the idea is we get people's health issues right there for them. See what it says and take action quickly.
Because a lot of people are living with a lot of health challenges and they don't even know. The only time they get to know is when they fall sick, and by that time it will be too late or almost too late. You know, there are so many health challenges that people have, but if you know about it on time and you begin to quickly address it and manage it, especially, you know, having a change of lifestyle regarding your diet, you are going to overcome it. But if you have diabetes, you have high blood pressure, you have all those things, and you never go for checkup, you don't know that you even have it. This morning you're eating yam and egg, in the afternoon you're eating rice, in the evening you're eating amala. That person is just digging an early grave for himself. You don't know. So Dr. Manu is going to continue her talk, but at this juncture where she is right now, I just want to encourage every one of us here. If there's any gift you will give yourself any year, I've been saying these things many, many years ago, especially for the women, the ladies. For a checkup. It doesn't mean that, you know, some people are like, oh, if I go for checkup now, they will tell me. Did somebody say I'm muted? Okay. Dr. Man, okay, I've unmuted you. Yes,
okay.
Yes, thank you. You know, so it doesn't mean that when you know, some people are always afraid, like, oh, if I go for a checkup now, they will see things wrong with me and they will begin to feed me with bad stories, especially the religious people, you know. Yes, religion, you know. So it's good for you. Oh, God will do it. I reject it in the name of Jesus. You will reject it in the name of Jesus, but you also have to reject it from your pot of soup. Oh, yeah. You reject it from your pot of soup. You reject it from how many pieces of meat you take per day, how many bottles of carbonated drinks you take per day, how many, all the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock that you're eating dinner. You are going to reject it from those places first before you reject it in Jesus' name. Dr. Man, am I speaking your mind?
Yes, Mrs. David. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Thank you so much. So the story you just shared now is really pathetic. That guy is just too young for what he was going through. Now, I want to ask a question because I don't want to keep our people here for too long. Diabetes, high blood pressure, fatty liver and liver issues, kidney issues, and eye-related issues. Do you really, really think that there is anything to do with food regarding those sicknesses we mentioned just now? Does it have any link with food, with the kind of food that people eat?
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Davids. Now, for all these things you've mentioned, food is a big one. It's a big connecting point for all of them. Now, let us look at hypertension, high blood pressure. So how does food relate to it? Number one is high salt intake. High salt intake. We love salty food, that salty meat, that fried fish that has a lot of salt in it, or that fried goat meat that has a lot of salt in it. High salt food increases someone's risk for hypertension. Now, another thing for hypertension is red meat. We like it, that red meat. We have gone for some Christmas party or birthday party. We pack a lot of red meat in our plate, all the shaki, roundabouts, everything. It also increases our risk for hypertension. Yes, they are nice and yummy. You want to enjoy yourself. Let's still remember the blood pressure, especially the salt thing. We found out that for us Black people or Africans generally, our foods are salty. We'll add thyme, we'll add curry and everything. If we look at these packets, there's bits of ghee or not chicken inside. So that is, and that increases the blood pressure. So what are we getting from here? If we can reduce the amount of salt in our diets, we will really, really help in controlling our blood pressure. For those who are hypertensive, I'm sure your doctors must have told you, cut down on salt, or they'll say, please don't add salt to your food, because that is one major factor in high blood pressure. Now let's go to diabetes. What's diabetes? High blood sugar. Some people will say, oh, I don't take sugar, I don't take sweet stuff, I don't take this, I don't take that. Now let's break it down. Our body uses sugar. All the food we eat must be broken down into sugar. And a lot of us, yes, our food is mainly carbohydrates. So it means that as long as we eat carbohydrates, there's the risk for diabetes. Now, what do? We need carbohydrates. It's our food. But the question is, how much are we taking? What are we taking? Number one, to reduce our risk for diabetes, stop late night eating. 7:38 p.m. ideal time for dinner. After that, please let us close the chapter.
We
no
even
more
teach,
sneaking back into the
7
kitchen.
is the last
No
time.
more
6, 7. If they can try it.
Exactly. Yes, yes. It's just that, we know Lagos traffic. Sometimes we come in late. Once you start doing anything from 9:30, you're harming yourself. There is no point. You're harming yourself. Then the other thing is that eba that will now pile up on our plates, or that fufu. It is nice and yummy. That stew has been made delicious. But it is not the time to pack that eba and fufu on the plates. Please let us reduce the quantity of carbohydrates we eat. Fufu, eba, pounded yam, those three have been found to have a high sugar level. Yes, it is our food, but we need to cut down. Moderate amounts. I'm sure some of us know about wheat, whole wheat, which is quite good. It helps in reducing sugar. It doesn't have as high sugar as the other foods I mentioned. That can be part of the swallow we have
even
for
have
our
our own
meals.
food in extra large. It's called the extra large meal.
Oh.
It's a blend of unripe plantain and the local rice. The local rice is high in fiber, and less in starch. So when people take that, we recommend it a lot to all our people with diabetes and all that, and they go for their test and everything, and they discover that
Exactly.
it really works. Yes.
Yes, that's true, Mrs. David. We found that unripe plantain flour also helps in controlling blood sugar. Okay, then sweets, biscuits, cakes. We have done all this when we're in secondary school, when we're in university. But as we are getting older, we need to start looking at our food critically. We should cut down. For some people who are already diabetic, your doctor will tell you, please avoid. Listen to your doctor, totally avoid. Now, for high cholesterol, what is cholesterol? Cholesterol talks about the fats in the blood. It's not the one under the skin. Some people make that mistake of saying, oh, I'm not a big person. How can I have a high cholesterol? No, the cholesterol is the fat in the blood. And where do we get the fat? From our food. And how do we get a high cholesterol? Number one, late night eating, high cholesterol. Eating a lot of fried foods, oily foods, high cholesterol. Eating a lot of red meat, shaki roundabout, high cholesterol. Another one that also gives us high. Mrs. Davis, you love your shaki roundabout, or you're cutting down?
No. We tell people here, like we are in this marathon and we're saying, no beef within the 8 days. The 8 days marathon, we're staying off a lot of things. And so people come privately to chat me. MD, you said we should not eat beef, but can we take Shaki roundabout? That was why I was laughing. We said don't take beef, but you're asking whether you should take Shaki roundabout.
Oh my goodness.
Please
Now, those are
continue.
the things we need to look at. Those are the things we need to look at. We need to start reducing these things. Now, goat's meat. Some people now ask me, goat's meat, is it not red meat and all of that? I say, yes, goat's meat is red meat, but in actual fact, it has less cholesterol compared to cow meat. It is healthier. However, I will still say it is not for everyday consumption. So we need to do more fish. When we have a high cholesterol, fish, more fish, a little bit of red meat. Now, chicken comes in between red meat and fish. It is in between. Now, for chicken, we say
Oh, I hope the network has not thrown her out. Okay. Dr. Man, you were muted. Dr. Man, please unmute yourself.
remove the skin before preparing. So we find out that if you have I'm still here. Sorry. Okay, fine.
Okay.
I'm still
Can you please repeat what you said
hear
like
me?
30 seconds ago? Yes. Can you repeat what you said like 30 seconds ago?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yes. Concerning red meats, right? Goat's meat is also red meat, okay? Cow meat. So in a sense, it is healthier when we are talking about cholesterol. Now, chicken has in between cholesterol level between meat and fish. However, we say for people who have the high cholesterol, if you must eat chicken, please remove the skin before preparing.
Can you say that again? Everybody, please hear that. If you must eat chicken, Dr. Man, please.
Cook that chicken. You put it in your plate. You know, start removing the skin. No, this cholesterol has entered.
Dr. Man, 1 second, please.
If you must eat chicken, please. Yes. Yes, Mrs. Davis.
If you must eat chicken, please remove the skin. See what somebody's typing here. That's the sweetest part of the chicken.
Before cooking. If you see, I know life is good, food is good, but let us all be very honest with ourselves. If you have a high cholesterol already, remove the skin before cooking. Mrs. Davis, are you still on?
I'm on. I'm listening. Yeah.
Okay, yes. Remove the skin before cooking. Yes, it is nice and yum. If you don't have a high cholesterol, okay, now eat, but do things in moderation. But once your doctor has said you have a high cholesterol, let us be conscious of the food we are eating. Remove the skin before cooking. Then you do your fish. Fish is good. Your Titus is good. Your cote is good. Your croaker, you can cook, you can grill. Preferable to frying. Someone is asking about turkey. Please remove the skin. Turkey is very fatty. We have seen those turkey they sell. It is fatty. Remove the skin before preparing. Then, of course, for high cholesterol, we also advocate lots of vegetables. Lots of vegetables. We have different types. We have the radishes, we have the ugu, we have the eforiro, we have the tete, we have the okra, we have the bitter leaf. So many vegetables for us to choose from. Let's add more vegetables to our diet. Even our garden egg that we can eat raw without cooking. Let's do more vegetables. They all help in lowering cholesterol. Help lower
Oh, your network is breaking. Your line is breaking, Dr. Man.
Nuts, cashew nuts, avocado, I'm sorry, walnuts. Is it better now?
Oh, it's really breaking. The line is really breaking, Dr. Man. Can you hear me?
Hear me now? Is it better?
Yes, it's better now. Yes, it's better now. It's better now. Are you there, Dr. Man? Are you there? Somebody's asking about guinea fowl. Yeah, it's healthier. Guinea fowls are good. Rabbit is very good. Snails, excellent, you know. And I also want to quickly chip this in for people who are battling cholesterol, high cholesterol. Grapes, you know, the orange grape, they are also very good in fighting cholesterol. Avocado, you know, the green one that has like a ball inside, that's avocado, is also very, 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 very good. Network is not so friendly with us tonight. We don't know why.
So healthy. It is a very, very healthy bread.
Oh, this network is really breaking, Dr. Man. It's really, really not so good. It's really not so good. But we want to thank you so far. It's been a very enlightening session. I guess I'm going to just have you personally do a video, and then probably we can just upload it on our YouTube channel for everybody to just go and watch later. Extra Large Farms TV on YouTube. It's a channel. Please search it out on your device. Go to YouTube, search Extra Large Farms TV on YouTube, and then we will try to do an interview, and then we'll post to the YouTube channel sometimes later, maybe in the next 1 month or so. Okay, so it's been a wonderful time here tonight, and we need to begin to round up now. We don't really want it to be a very yes. So please, all of you that want to ask your question because of the network, Dr. Man is still in the chat area, and you can begin to type in your questions in there, and then she will just begin to also type the answers. She'll begin to also type the answers. So we were talking about vegetables, and a lot of people will be so happy. Oh, vegetable is good. Oh, efforiro, something like that, you know. But the way we also cook it is very, very wrong. Especially the Yoruba people. I'm a Yoruba woman as well. You want to cook your efforiro, you heat the life out of that palm oil. You heat it so much that your neighbors are coughing at 5 kilometers away just because Mommy Bukola wants to cook efo. That person has already failed. It's a 0. Then you now boil the pepper, or red pepper becomes black. Another 0. Then you will now cut your vegetables. Some people will even go and put what do they call that thing? What do they call it? Potassium, or what they call it. I don't even know why anybody should be using any potassium, for God's sake. You will now put potassium in the corn, or even if you don't put potassium, you will put some boiling water in the vegetable. You will cover it for like 15 minutes. Then you will now wash it and bring it out and put it in your already bastardized, over fried pepper. Then you will still cover it again and allow it to cook. My brothers and sisters, my fathers and mothers, you have just eaten rubber. That is not the type of vegetable that we are talking about. Cook it fresh. Let it be just, you don't need to overcook. The pepper should be still fresh and red. The oil, don't preheat it too much. No. You don't need to make it that hot one that turns to black. No. If you want to eat vegetable, why are you trying to bleach palm oil into vegetable oil? God will help us. So every day of this marathon, we will try to be bringing in contents for you that will help you, get better in your health. Okay? For those with fatty liver, so from experience, I have suffered that illness before, and to the glory of God, and I'm out of it today. So I need to say that again because I'm recording for some people in the group. So for some people in that are suffering fatty liver, so they're suffering from fatty liver, sorry. So I've been there before, and you know, so it's very easy for me to talk about it now. So you need, it's not just but yes, you will take your radish, you will take your crash, you will take your fortified drink, you will say no to dinner. You will say no to dinner. Because the fats are accumulating around your liver and is making the liver to be enlarged. You don't want that. It's going to bring a lot of problem, and it's a life-threatening disease. So it's a no to dinner, as in no. If anything makes you eat dinner, it should be that you couldn't help it, and it should not be you don't have to, in fact, it must not happen to you twice in a week. It must not happen to you more than 2-3 times in a whole month. So you have to be so disciplined. No frying of anything. Those were the things I did. Yes, I was taking my radish, I was taking my crash. I said no to dinner, and I was taking a lot of fruits. This smoothie thing that we're doing now, that was when I really began to do it very well. You take a lot of water, you eat vegetables in a very raw form, no preheating and overcooking and all that. May God help us all. And for our diabetics people, you've heard it, you have to say no to salt. It is not, CEO will say it is salt to taste, not salt to sweeten. It is not salt that will make your soup sweet. Biko. So you just put a little salt. Not that it should now be. In fact, some people, if you taste this thing like this, your mouth will your tongue will burn, for the taste of the salt. So don't say it is something that will kill somebody. These days, those things don't even kill people on time. It will collect all your money. And you don't want that. All the money you have labored for in life, then you want to start spending it on drugs, spending it in the hospital, and you are not even enjoying your body. You see what you like to eat, you can't eat it because you have overeaten it in times past. So, seasoning cubes to cook. There are other ways of doing these things. Use your crayfish, use your locust beans, iru, put a lot of onions. Oh my, if you try to make your stew with a lot of onions, you will see that you will put a lot of onions, put your crayfish, even in stews. Do you know I also use what do they call it? Crayfish, the blended one. I even use it for my jollof rice, and I bet you, I don't know if there's any better cook here. You just want to taste my jollof rice, and I'm going to use crayfish. So you use just a little. Some of you who have visited Agritech City, Extra Large Resort, you see that when you eat our food, you see what we're talking about. So we have to be intentional about all these things. You want to live till 120. Some of us have allergies to crayfish. Oh, sorry. Then switch to onions. Onions are highly medicinal. And that's why in this marathon, we're even going to have a day, the first day of this marathon, what we're taking is the onion and chili recipe. That's what we're taking on the first day. All these things have their health benefits. May God help us all. So please, you are in this marathon or you are in this Zoom meeting tonight, you're hearing about all those things for the first time. There is a solution under God that is given to man, as a gift. Food, your food can be your medicine. If you don't take your food as medicine, then you will have to be taking medicine as food. So let's just stick to all those things. Get your radish. So the combo for the health marathon that we are starting on the 28th, there's a combo for it. So inside that combo, you have the radish leaf juice. You have the radish leaf juice. You have the radish root juice. You have the crash drink. Then you have the fortified drink. Those it's 5,000 each. 4 of it will give you 20,000. Now, we are even magnanimous enough to say we are giving you one more bottle of the fortified drink extra So that means for something that you pay 20,000, we are giving you value for 25,000. And then those are the things that they are going to use during the marathon. Plus all the other things that we've said. You will need scent leaf, you will need onion, chili, you will need water, you will need honey, you will need lemon, and you stay off carbonated drinks, processed foods, dinner, and all that, as we have itemized. So the schedule is going to come out next week. So you'll be able to know what to do by 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and all those things. So for those who are far away, even for those who are close by, everybody start making your order now. The 28th is just very close by. So start making your order now so that we can be able to package everything and begin to send them out, So please go back to your teams. Whoever sent this Zoom link to you tonight, chat the person back and ask for which team you are. Or if you're already in a team where they said marathon, you're okay, place your order in that group. Your admin there will attend to you. But if you need help and you need somebody to attend to you, please call this number so we can help you locate your leader, help you with your order and something like that. Please call. Which number do I even call now? That's all our numbers are busy at the moment. Please call 0913 428 7656. And then our Ikeja office number 0818 922 3355. As we begin to round up to close, there is a good news in Extra Large Farms right now. Eye issues. I'm going to talk about it before we close. Let me quickly chip in this one. Can one order be enough for two people? No, two people should order for two orders. Two people should get 2 packs. That 1 pack is good for 1 person. So if you are 2, you have to take 2. You have to take 2 of the 20,000. Okay, so there's a fantastic news right now at Extra Large Farms as we are eradicating hunger and poverty from our land. We are farmers. For those who are just joining us for the first time, Extra Large Farms and Resorts, we are an agricultural company, we're a food company, and we have given ourselves the assignment to ensure that people farm easy, they eat healthy, they live healthy, and they make good money. Okay, so in this Extra Large family, there's a new offer that came out just yesterday. We call it the Extra Large Food Bank. So you can join that food bank with just 50,000 naira. And with your 50,000 naira, you are going to get food worth 20,000 naira for the next 8 months. Let me quickly read something about it to you. You are going to get food worth 20,000 naira. As a matter of fact, food worth 20,300 naira for 8 months when you sign into the food bank with just 50,000 naira. That's food of 160,000 naira you are getting for joining the food bank with just 50,000 naira. So you need to get back to whoever added you to this group so that you can go and sign up for that package on that person. However, it has some terms and conditions. We are coming together as a family to eradicate hunger and poverty from our land. Somebody's asking what type of food are inside. You have your extra large Wonder Meal inside. You have your extra large plantain flour inside. You have your extra large fine gari inside. You have your extra large big palm oil inside. You have your extra large honey beans inside. You have 1 fortified drink inside. You have the extra large soya oil also inside, making the food of 20,300 naira. You're going to get that for the rest 8 months. However, there are some terms and conditions that applies to it. When you sign up for it, you are automatically going to get your first 3 sets of food. That's for the first 3 months. But to get the remaining 5 months, you have to also invite friends, to come join us in this campaign. And then by inviting those friends is how you are guaranteed for the remaining 5 months. Now, somebody says, oh, me, I can't talk to people. Oh. So if you have people you feel you want us to talk to about, that's another easy way of doing it. Just send their numbers to us and we will call them on your behalf. And once they sign up, is guaranteeing the extra food for you. Somebody is interested in that package. This food bank, you can do it for yourself, you can do it for your family, you can do multiples of it. You can also use it to empower people. Some people are looking for how to empower people around their locality. You can also use it to empower people, So I think is the good thing for anybody to start right now. So please, let's begin to make plans towards it. You're interested in that food bank and you want to know more about it, how you can get started, you want more explanation and all those things. The hot number for that one, oh my, do I have the hot number here? The hot number for that one on WhatsApp is 0809 20 93 444. I have people around me, but we are outside Nigeria. Which country are you from? We have a lot of people here also tonight from different parts of the world. Madam Fumilayo Oluwadola, I'm going to allow 2 or 3 questions as we begin to round up now. From whichever country that you are calling us from, just send your message to 0913 428 7656. There's a way we want you to place the order. When you're placing your order for the marathon package, you have to send your name, your location, your phone number. So with your location, we can now know how to group you with other people that have already made their orders. And then the collection of your food will be easy, not only in Nigeria, not only in Lagos, but all over the world. Before we go, we're going to talk about eyes, and then we're also going to allow people to ask their questions. But I want to specially appreciate one more time our 2 guest speakers for tonight. First, my swagalicious, very amiable mommy, Dr. Victoria Ayeni. Thank you so much, mommy. We really do appreciate you. And then we have also my wonderful sister and friend, Dr. Tolulope Man, who has also taken us tonight and, enlightened us about so many things. Dr. Man, we really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you can unmute yourself, I've asked you to unmute so we can hear your very sweet voice one more time. Thank you. Dr. Man?
Thank you, Mrs. Davis. Thank you, Mrs. Davis, for inviting me. Can you hear me now? And
yes,
thank you, everyone, for the lovely welcome. I appreciate. And also thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you.
Thank you. I've asked everybody to unmute because I want you to show your appreciation to Dr. Victoria Ayeni and Dr. Man.
Thank you,
thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ayeni, and thank you, Dr. Man.
Thank you so much. This lecture was really, really much.
God bless you. God bless you.
Been a blessing.
Thank you, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you very
grateful.
much.
Thank you
very much. God bless you. We appreciate it. Dr. Man, we appreciate you. And I want to believe that anytime we call upon you again, you will be ready to oblige us.
Dr. Victoria. Thank you, Dr. Victoria.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Yeah. So now, quickly, as we round up, somebody's asking for the number for the food bank again. WhatsApp 0809 2093 444, or just go back to your group. Your admin there, your leader there will attend to you. Your leader in your group will attend to you, because even if you call that other number, we will still refer you back to your leader. Okay. Talking about the eyes. Talking about the eyes. Okay, so briefly talking about the eyes, I don't want to care about the name of the eye challenge. So we talk about glaucoma, we talk about cataracts. Basically, those are the most serious ones. I'm not talking about all the short-sighted or long-sighted, not for people like me who, because we are always looking at the screen every day, it's affecting our eyes, So, but I'm talking about the real eye issues. And we thank God that in extra large, people have suffered these things and some of them have come out of it completely. And some of them are still coming out of it, but they are getting better. So what are the things that we can recommend? I need to get this into the groups. What is it that we can recommend for? What is it that we can recommend for people with eye challenges? Now, please, please, and please, don't misquote me for this one. I want to say, if you have glaucoma here, confirmed one, not that you are thinking you have glaucoma. Please don't think you have glaucoma. You have to go for a test. You have to go for a checkup to ensure that you really have glaucoma. Please don't just imagine. Some people, they say, because I can't see fire again, I have glaucoma. No. Please go and do a test and let it be confirmed. So if you are such a person and you are here tonight, or you have cataract and it's very, very bad, you have to be taking your radish and crash. Those two things, they work very well for the eyes. And you have to be taking them morning and night. For the purpose of the marathon, follow the marathon the way we've said you should follow it. And after the marathon, you have to continue to take your radish morning and night. And the measurement of what you'll be using is 6 cups of the radish leaf and the radish juice. You mix them together, you drink, and then in the morning, and then you take the crash at night. Okay, then once in 3 days, you just shake the radish, the white one, not the green one, the white of the radish. Pour a little in the cup or get it into a eye drop container and just put it in your eyes just once in 3 days, only for people suffering glaucoma and cataract. Please, any other person should not try it. It can even destroy your eyes. Please don't try it if you don't have confirmed glaucoma and cataract. And then you need to change your oil. If you can't afford it, extra large palm oil is not too expensive. Please try and stick to extra large palm oil. We have testimonies of people who have acute glaucoma and then they just stayed on that, and today they are better for it. So crash is very good. There are some components in the crash that works very well for the eyes, and then the radish as well. And then for that fortified drink, everybody here needs to get that fortified drink. I tell you, everybody here needs to get the fortified drink in building your immune system, building a strong defense for your system, flushing out toxins from your body, and giving you a balance. Everybody needs it. Okay, so now you can see I'm rushing everything up. I want you to begin to ask your questions. I will only entertain 3. How do you preserve fortified drinks? Congratulations, this one does not even need to be preserved at all. Even if you don't keep it in the fridge, it will not spoil, at least for a whole month. Isn't that good news? Even for a whole month, it will not spoil. It won't get spoiled. So that's good news. And for those who are worried about radish as well, radish also can stay about 7 to 10 days out of the fridge without getting spoiled. The same thing with the crash. So the only thing is that since you don't have fridge or there's no light, just open the cover so it will be loose, so it will not be too tight so that it will start bloating. Okay, that's what I want to tell you. Yes. How about somebody having cancer symptoms? Please. We said that, cancer, whatever, is because of the activity of some cells, and we have said it that radish has a way of, clipping the wings of the activity of these bad cells, in our system. So people who have cancer, we also recommend embark on this marathon, especially taking your your radish, and the fortified drink. You try it for 1 whole month and then tell us what you see. You know, we are not here to advertise these things as it's a cure to this, it's a cure to that. No, you just inject all these natural things into your system, all these foods into your system, and see what comes out of it. Okay, so let me see who has a question, and we begin to round up. Yeah, 6 hours of radish and crash morning and night, yes. But for the purpose of the marathon, it's going to be more than that. Then after the marathon, for a maintenance ration, that's what you'll be taking. So please, okay. Mary Onolakbo and Fumilayo Oluwadola, they have their question. Let me just ask them to unmute as we begin to round up. Thank you, everybody, for coming in tonight. Go sign up for your food bank. Go and order for your marathon sets. It's on first come, first serve basis. So if you are late, I'm sorry, you may not have it. So please ensure that you do the needful and you do it on time. Farmer Fumilayo, I've asked you to unmute, please. Can you please unmute yourself?
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you very well now.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
first thing I want to know is why is this marathon is going on? Do you still advise that those that are taking
Their medications.
antihypertensive, yeah, should it be discontinued or it can be used, simultaneously with
Yes,
program?
yes.
That's
So I want to
one.
say, okay,
Okay,
okay.
the other one, I will want you to advise us this because where I am now is actually pink salt and sea salt that we usually get to buy. So I want to know if it's still advisable we use it or we have to discontinue salts, totally.
Oh, no,
And
so we are not asking you to discontinue salt totally. We are only saying that you should reduce it so well that, if an outsider eats your food, they will need to be asking whether there is salt inside. So, because, so because if you just say, stop this, life will not be interesting anymore. So, but by the time you begin to reduce it little by little, there will be a time you get so used to it and then you will not need to take much of it. So sea salt is okay. Sea salt is okay. Because you still need the iodine. Yes, you still need the iodine. Then concerning the other question you asked that, can I remember that was the first question? Yeah, for those people on medication. So we do not have any right. I say we do not have any right to tell you to discontinue your medications. So we are not asking anybody to discontinue their medications. But what I want to say is that let's look at it logically. This person has been suffering from this particular health challenge and he's been on medication for so long and he's not really, getting any meaningful thing out of it. So if there's something that you're taking now and it's food, don't forget that all those things are just food, So it has nothing to do with the medications. But you will notice that, yes, there is a difference. But if you feel bold enough and confident enough in what we are doing here, and you want to discontinue your medication for just that short period, you can. But I will not just tell you emphatically discontinue your medication because I don't know which level that person is, and whatever the person is going through. So whether you add this marathon program to your medication, all you are looking for is better results, and better results by the special grace of God we shall get. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, then please, just rounding up. I'm really interested in getting, I don't know how soon the package can be delivered. I know it's quite far. I'm in Canada.
Okay.
So,
which
and I
part
want to
of
be
Canada?
British Columbia, Vancouver.
Oh, no. Okay, so I know we're working something for Ontario, but VC. Okay, so please just chat 09. No, call. That number has been barred though. I don't know what happened. That number has been barred. So you can, in the meantime, call.
Okay.
0913 428. Oh no, it won't be easy for you to call from Canada. So please chat. Okay, let me give this number to chat. 08171606021. 08171606021. So, and then as you are making your orders in your different groups, there is a model. So put your name, put your phone number, put your location. So what we're doing is, that's why we are giving everybody 2 weeks for their orders. So as you're sending in the orders and we're seeing the location, we are matching all the locations. Also, we've seen this location from Abuja, we match. We see this location from Canada, we match. We see this location from Owerri, we match, you know. So that's why it's very important for you to put your location as you're ordering, even in your team, as your team leaders will also, you know, get it back to us. So I want to believe that if we are able to send, I know it should, by freight, it should get to Canada within 5 to 7 days. Within 5 to 7 days. So maybe if we are able to send by Saturday or Monday, you should be able to get it by the upper week, by God's grace. So please just chat those numbers so that we can.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. God bless you. Thank you. Yes, who is Madam Regina? Madam Regina, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, ma.
Good evening, ma. Thank you so much.
I didn't join the meeting on time, but like I heard you talking about the marathon set. So that's my only question, ma. How much will it cost? I can always go to the island office to get mine.
Yeah, so you can't just always go to the island office to get it for the purpose of this marathon, because we want to have a track on everything we're doing within this marathon. So if you go to island office without an ID, you are not going to get the product. So I want to believe you are in a group on WhatsApp. Yes or no, ma?
I am in a group.
Okay.
Maryland.
So please, Maryland group. So you have to make your order from your group. So your admin is going to give you an order ID. For now, we are not selling. You can't go to Ikeja or anywhere now to buy radish or buy whatever now, because we are focusing everything to be able to satisfy the needs of all the people in this marathon. So please go to your Maryland group. Governor Lucy is your governor there. So place your order. Yes. She will give you an order ID. So you take that order ID to Ikeja, and then they will be able to give you the products. And I also want to specially, is 20,000. So you have the radish leaf, you have the radish root, you have the crash drink, and you have the fortified drink, which is 20,000. And for doing that, we are giving everybody in this marathon a Happy New Year gift, especially when you are buying through your team leader. We are going to give you another gift worth 5,000, which is an extra fortified drink, because you need it. You need to take it every day for the period of 8 days. So you're getting products worth 25,000 for the 20,000 you're paying.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, ma.
Thank you very much, ma. So, Olamide Glory says, I already paid. Yes, thank you. So please, everybody should ensure that they place their order and put their location there, so that it will be easy for us to track all the orders and do what is needful. Who is the group leader for Ikoyi, Lagos? Don't worry about who is the group leader. You are in a group. You are in a WhatsApp group. Inside that your WhatsApp group, I'm sure you didn't get this Zoom link from the sky. You got it via WhatsApp. So that group where you got this link from, that's your group. So once you just check the group info, you see your admin there, chat the admin, and then they will help you place the order. So we don't have a leader or center in Ikoyi, but we have in Lekki. So maybe Lekki can send to Ikoyi for you or whatever. Just don't worry. Place your order in your group, put your location, and then we'll find a solution to how you will get it delivered to you. Let me say thank you one more time to everybody that is here. We really appreciate you. We're going to have another meeting by weekend, and I want to believe that you're enjoying everything that you've been learning here so far. Now, you will be offending God and offending me. If you are hearing all those good things and you are not sharing with anybody, it is a big sin. Igbo calls it Aru. So please share this good news with somebody. Ensure that you invite somebody to your WhatsApp group. Tell people, the good news that they can actually eat their way out of whatever health challenge that they are going through. Don't forget the 8 days health marathon kicks off officially on the 28th of this month, and then till the 4th of February. And I tell you, it's going to be an amazing time. Your body will thank you for it. Your whole system will thank you for it. And we're going to start recording a lot of testimonies after that time. Thank you once again. Do we have any more questions? Don't forget to sign up for your food bank. And then the other so many opportunities that are here in Extra Large. Imagine you having to enjoy a family holiday with just 15,000 naira startup. Yes, that opportunity is also available. Ask your leaders about it. That holiday thing that MD talked about. How do I sign up for it? Starting with just 15,000, you can begin to plan for your annual holiday with your family and friends. Okay, so the informations, all the things we have at Extra Life, they are so numerous, but we need to call it a day right now. A big thank you once again to all our admins. A bigger thank you to everyone who is joining us for the first time. We really appreciate you. We love you. God bless you. Thank you for coming on board. And to all leaders, all governors and ambassadors of Extra Large Farms, all team leaders, all admins, everyone who is sacrificing their time to create a WhatsApp group just so that everybody can get to know about how to eat their way out of their illnesses. We really do appreciate you all. Thank you, and thank you one more time. I remain swagalicious, swagaliciously yours, Mochi David. So have a good night. See you in the WhatsApp groups. God bless you. I'll allow you to unmute yourself now. I like to hear the excitement as we close. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Everybody.
God bless
Bye.
you. Thank you.
We
Thank
try
you, ma.
well done, ma'am.
For accepting my
Thank
request.
you,
I
ma. Well done.
thank you
Bless
very much.
you.
Appreciate you.
Um,
Thank you, ma.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mama.
Bless you
Thank
so very much.
Thank you.
from Regina.
So
Cameroon.
wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
My name is
you.
Ola